there, Kay. Heard the huge news. You guys are finally making that Tokyo trip happen. Oh, so exciting.
Good morning, Mandy. Yeah, we've been planning it for a while. How did you hear?
Oh, through the grapevine. Amy mentioned it to Timmy at school. Anyway, Tokyo! We've been thinking of a getaway, too. It's like the universe is telling us we should all go together. What do you say?
That's quite a suggestion. We're really looking forward to our trip, but it's actually planned as a family vacation. As in, just the four of us, and not you and your family.
Oh, come on, Kay. Plans are just suggestions, right? Think of the fun the kids would have. They're practically attached at the hip anyway. We should totally make this a big group trip. It'll be way more memorable.
I appreciate the thought, but we've already booked our flights and sorted out accommodations specifically for our family. Changing those arrangements now would be really difficult and honestly not something we're willing to do.
Well, if you're being all rigid about your plans, what if we just met up once we're both in Tokyo? The kids could still hang out then. It's not like we have to be attached at the hip the whole time, right?
So you're suggesting that our families travel to Tokyo separately, but then we spend time together there?
Sure, wouldn't that be fun? Meeting up together in a foreign land and having all sorts of new adventures together.
I'm sure the kids would enjoy seeing each other. We were really hoping to have some uninterrupted family time in Tokyo. It's a chance for us to really connect and focus on each other. It's cool if you guys want to take a trip to Tokyo around the same time, but you'll just have to get around by yourselves.
Oh, well, see, that's the thing. Neither Mark nor I speak a lick of Japanese. We were kind of relying on you guys being there, since I know you know some, or at least someone in your family does, right? To help us get around and stuff.
Well, I've been using a couple free learning apps, so I guess I do have a little bit of knowledge, but I'm nowhere near an expert in the language. I'm not even close to being conversational. And Mandy, honestly, I need to be really clear. This is our family vacation. We want to do this on our own. I don't know how else to say it. To reiterate, our flights are booked and our bags are packed. This isn't something we can just add more people to, even if we wanted to, which we don't.
But Kay, Timmy is so looking forward to seeing Amy in Tokyo. He talks about it all the time. You can't just keep them apart. It's not fair to the kids.
I'm a little confused. We haven't discussed the kids spending time together in Tokyo, so I'm not sure why Timmy would be expecting that. Regardless, as I've said, our plans are solely for our family. We can't change them, and we won't be coordinating our vacation with yours. I need you to understand that this is our family time.
But I just don't get why it's such a big deal. We're friends. Our kids are friends. It would be so much easier and more fun if we did this together.
The reason is simple. We want to spend this time as a family. That's the whole point of a family vacation. I would have thought that was a perfectly reasonable explanation.
But we're practically family, Kay. Our kids are like cousins. It's not like we're some random strangers asking to tag along.
They're classmates, not relatives.
So about where we're all going to stay. Oh, you've probably found some great family-friendly places, right? Maybe something with enough room for all of us?
Like I said earlier, we've already sorted out our accommodations for while we'll be in Tokyo, and it's only big enough for our family. So if you're really going, then you'll just have to find your own place to stay.
Oh, well, I wouldn't even know where to start looking for places in Tokyo. You're so much better at this kind of thing, Kay.
Okay, I think this conversation has gone as far as it's going to go. You need to understand, even if you do decide to book a trip to Tokyo at the same time as us, we will be doing our own thing from start to finish. We won't be navigating for you, helping you find places to stay, or spending our vacation time together.
Oh, okay, well, have a good trip then, Kay.
Thanks, Mandy. You too. Hey, Derek. I just got your message from a few days ago about this weekend. So sorry for the radio silence on my end lately. Things have been a bit hectic with the Tokyo prep, and I have an update about that.
Hey, Kay. No worries about not getting back to me sooner. I just wanted to firm up plans. So everything's still on for you guys coming here?
That's the thing. Bill can't make it. A colleague of his got really sick suddenly, and Bill has to cover some crucial meetings and presentations. It's a really important project with external stakeholders, so he absolutely can't get out of it. And because he can't go, we've had to cancel the whole Tokyo trip.
Seriously? Couldn't Bill have just said no? That's a huge bummer.
You know Bill, he feels responsible, and this project is a big deal. Plus, the company higher-ups even told him that there's no one else in the company they can trust with this. He really couldn't leave them in the lurch. It means no Tokyo for either of us.
Wow, that's a real shame. How's Amy taken that?
She's pretty upset, to be honest. She was so excited about Tokyo. Lots of sad faces all around. Bill even suggested at first that we just go without him, but you know Amy. She would never be able to be apart from him for that long.
Yeah, she's always been a daddy's girl. Poor kid.
I know, I feel terrible too. We were so looking forward to seeing you. It's been way too long, almost 2 years now. I'm really sorry about the change in plans, especially since it means no Tokyo visit either.
Huh. Well, I took some time off work specifically to see you guys. Sitting around here doing nothing sounds incredibly dull. Tell you what, I'll come to you instead.
Seriously? You'd do that? But I thought you were expecting us there, and now we're not even going to Tokyo.
Doesn't matter. I can hop on a plane to come see you guys. I got the time off anyway. Consider it a consolation visit for your Tokyo trip falling apart.
Wow, you don't mess around with decisions, do you? That's amazing, Derek.
So should I tell the little munchkin I'm coming? It might cheer her up about missing out on Tokyo.
Oh, she would be absolutely thrilled. Please do. That would make her day, especially with the trip being off.
All right, I'll figure out the travel details to Niigata and let her know once it's all set.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Derek. We'll be waiting.
All right, Kay, just about to head out for Tokyo myself. So excited. Well, a bit of a last-minute change of plans on our end. Mark got a little bit freaked out about the whole language barrier thing, and then Timmy got all worked up seeing his dad so stressed. So they're actually not coming. Yep, it's just me now. Solo adventure. Shouldn't be a problem with the accommodation, right? One extra adult is nothing. Kay, oh, you haven't replied to any of my messages. Everything okay? Maybe you've already left. Is it a thing to turn off your phone for international flights? I wouldn't know. Anyway, no worries. I know you'll definitely meet me at wherever you guys are staying in Tokyo. So relieved we'll have each other to navigate this crazy city. Oh, can't wait to see you. Okay, going to switch my phone off now for the journey. See you in Tokyo.
Mandy, what's going on here? I was too busy to check my phone yesterday, so I'm seeing all these messages for the first time now. Are you seriously in Tokyo right now?
There you are. Oh, this is great timing. I was just about to try to get a hold of you. I just arrived at Narita Airport a little while ago. I thought I could make do on my own, but yeah, this is really all too overwhelming. Could you possibly, maybe come and pick me up? Oh, please. I'm at Arrivals in Narita. I'm not even sure which way is up right now.
Excuse me?
I know what you're thinking. You said you weren't coming, but, well, things changed on my end, and I figured, we could still make it work. And I actually came up with a great plan, so here we go. I can look after Amy for you guys for a few hours while you and Bill have some time for yourselves. In return, maybe you could just, help me out with some spending money while I'm here.
Oh my God. Are you out of your mind, Mandy?
Well, what's the big deal? I thought that would be a fair exchange. I do you a favor, you do me a favor.
Mandy, Amy isn't there. None of us are in Tokyo. Why would I need you to look after Amy there? And why would I give you spending money for a trip I'm not even on? This makes no sense.
Wait, you're home? But I thought you guys were coming to Tokyo for sure. What happened? I'm already here.
You're already there? Mandy, I told you multiple times that our trip was canceled.
But what happened to your plans to go to Tokyo?
It got canceled just a few days ago. My husband had a last-minute emergency at work, so we had to cancel the trip. So, Mandy, you and Mark and Tim will have to figure things out for yourselves in Tokyo. I'm really sorry, but we won't be there to help.
Mark and Tim aren't here, Kay. Mark got really stressed about the language thing, and then Timmy got all freaked out about flying after seeing his dad so worried, so it's just me.
Just you? Mandy, are you serious? You went all the way to Tokyo alone? After I told you our trip was canceled? I can't believe this.
Well, excuse me for not being a mind reader, Kay. If your precious trip was canceled, you should have, told me. I wouldn't have come all the way to Tokyo if I'd known.
Mandy, with all due respect, I was very clear from the beginning that this was a family trip for just Bill, Amy, and me. You asked if you, Mark, and Tim could join, and I said no. Since you weren't part of our trip, why would I have specifically notified you about the change in our plans? It wasn't your trip to begin with, Mandy.
Oh, no, you didn't cancel your hotel in Tokyo, did you? Oh, please tell me you didn't. Maybe I could still stay there.
Cancel a hotel? Mandy, we weren't staying in a hotel. My brother Derek lives in Tokyo. We were going to stay with him. So, no, there was no hotel to cancel.
Derek? You were going to stay with your brother? I didn't even know you had a brother in Tokyo.
Yes, my brother Derek. He's lived in Tokyo for years. It made the most sense for us to stay with the family while we were there.
Well, if he lives in Tokyo, could you maybe ask Derek if he could come and pick me up from the airport? Please, I'm really stranded here. Oh, and please thank Derek for me in advance. Just let me know what time he'll be here. He speaks Japanese, right? Oh, please tell me he speaks Japanese. I don't know a word of this crazy language.
Mandy, that's not going to work. Derek isn't in Tokyo right now. He actually came to visit us here after our Tokyo trip got canceled, so his place in Tokyo is empty. And no, Mandy, there isn't anyone else I know in Tokyo well enough to ask for a huge favor like that, especially someone who speaks English.
Oh, right. He's in America, isn't he? So his place in Tokyo is empty. Perfect. Could you just ask him if I could maybe stay there for a few days, just until I figure things out?
Even if Derek were in Tokyo, which he isn't, he's made it very clear in the past that he's not comfortable letting strangers stay at his place. Especially people who tried to invite themselves on our family trip. That's a hard no. The most sensible thing for you to do right now is to try and change your return flight to an earlier date. Get yourself back home.
Oh, you know I'm terrible at that sort of thing, calling airlines and changing flights. It's so complicated. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Seriously, Mandy? You managed to book an international flight and travel all the way to Tokyo, but you can't figure out how to change a ticket? I'm finding this really hard to believe.
Well, I felt secure knowing you guys would be there. I thought we'd figure things out together once I arrived. I wouldn't have come if I knew I'd be completely alone. So, Kay, what am I supposed to do now? I'm stranded in a country where I don't speak the language, with no one I know and nowhere to stay. Oh, please, you have to help me.
I'm really sorry you're in this situation, but honestly, this isn't my problem. You made a series of assumptions and didn't bother to confirm our plans. You need to figure this out yourself.
Well, if you're not going to help, could you at least put me in touch with someone who can? You have to know someone in Tokyo who can help me.
Actually, I'm going to call Mark. He needs to know you've gone to Tokyo alone after his concerns and Timmy's anxiety. Maybe he can help you sort this mess out.
What? Why would you do that? That's the only option. I told Mark and Tim I was just going to that new art exhibit with Sarah. They can't find out I'm in Tokyo. You don't understand, Kay. I used our savings to buy these tickets. Mark would be furious if he knew I went to Tokyo after everything he said. He might even leave me. Oh, please don't tell him. Kay, please. You have to help me. Just come to Narita and pick me up. I don't know what else to do. I'm begging you.
I'm sorry, but I can't enable this. You've made a series of incredibly irresponsible decisions, and involving your husband is the right thing to do. And since it seems you need a reminder, I'm at home, Mandy, not in Tokyo. I can't just come pick you up. I'm going to call Mark.
Okay, please don't call him. You can't. Please, I'm begging you. Is there anything else, anything at all you can do?
Even if there were something else I could do, calling Mark is simply the best option. It both ensures I don't have to deal with you anymore and sets everything up for you to finally get some comeuppance for your awful behavior. Sayonara, Mandy.
Hey, no!
I did what I had to do and called Mark. He was understandably furious, but also deeply worried. Thankfully, he had a colleague in Tokyo who was able to guide a panicked Mandy through the airport and onto the next available flight home. The moment Mandy landed, Mark was there, his face red with anger. He immediately demanded she repay every single yen that she'd taken from their savings. This wasn't the first time Mandy had acted impulsively and irresponsibly with their finances, and Mark had clearly reached his breaking point. He took Timmy and went to stay with his parents, needing space and time to process everything. Mandy, in a misguided attempt to find solace, went to her own parents, but they were equally unsympathetic to her self-inflicted crisis and turned her away. So, while she waited her husband's decision whether or not to divorce her, she had no choice but to take a part-time job to start paying him back. Now, Mandy lives a lonely and difficult life in a small, sparsely furnished apartment, facing the consequences of her choices. Meanwhile, once Bill's intense work project finally wrapped up, his company gave him a special reward. Since we had to cancel our plans in order for him to work on the project, they compensated us for the cancellation fees. Not only that, they paid for our entire family to finally experience the Tokyo trip we had originally planned. It was everything we had hoped for, a stark contrast to the solitary and chaotic experience Mandy had created for herself.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.